the IDF launched a powerful and unusual wave of strikes against Houthi-controlled ports in Yemen, dropping around 50 missiles and bombs overnight. Among the targets hit were a major power plant used by the Houthis to run their operations, and the merchant ship Galaxy Leader, which they hijacked back in November 2023 and turned into a symbol of defiance in the Red Sea. This dramatic operation, named Black Flag, sends a clear message to Iran and its network of proxy militias across the region. Israel's defense minister declared that Yemen's fate will mirror Tehran's fate if attacks against Israel do not stop. This comes as Houthi forces have stepped up drone and missile launches, threatening Israel's shipping routes and firing rockets that triggered sirens near the Dead Sea and Judean desert just last night. The intercepted missiles show the threat is far from over. While the IDF pounds terror infrastructure in Yemen, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu flew to Washington to meet with U.S. President Donald Trump. Speaking before takeoff, he made it clear that negotiations to end the Gaza war are advancing, but any agreement will happen on Israel's terms. The top priority remains to bring every hostage home safely, while eliminating Hamas's military and governing capabilities once and for all. Meanwhile, an Israeli delegation flew to Qatar to hold indirect talks with Hamas through mediators, trying to close gaps over a possible ceasefire deal. Hamas's last-minute demands to change the Qatari framework are stalling the process, but pressure is mounting on both sides to find a way forward. Inside Gaza, fighting remains intense. The IDF, backed by the Air Force and elite ground units, continues targeted raids and strikes to dismantle tunnels, destroy weapon stockpiles, and neutralize command centers deep inside densely populated areas like Khan Yunis, Rafah, and Gaza City. Over the past 24 hours alone, more than 130 terror targets were hit, including underground shafts, storage sites for explosives, and rocket launchers ready to strike Israeli cities. On the ground, soldiers from multiple brigades raided terror hideouts, capturing or destroying combat gear and uncovering key tunnel networks. The IDF says its goal is clear: remove every threat to Israeli citizens and break Hamas's control over the population that has suffered so much under its brutal rule. But the fight is not only on the battlefield. Over the weekend, Hamas gunmen wounded 2 American aid workers delivering food in Rafah, trying to intimidate foreign groups bringing humanitarian relief to civilians. Tensions are rising between local Gaza clans and Hamas fighters as more residents push back against Hamas's tight grip on food aid distribution. Clashes, raids, and brutal crackdowns by Hamas operatives show how fragile their control has become in some areas. Further north, Hezbollah is also feeling the heat. The United States is putting strong diplomatic pressure on the Lebanese government to disarm Hezbollah once and for all and restore state control over all weapons in Lebanon. Lebanon's prime minister has pledged to enforce the law and stop armed parades and militias, operating with impunity for decades. Hezbollah's leaders keep vowing they will never surrender or be humiliated, but the pressure is real. The Lebanese National Army is stepping up operations near the border, and Israel has already eliminated senior Hezbollah commanders in targeted strikes. If Hezbollah refuses to hand over its arsenal peacefully, Israel has made it clear that its weapons depots and positions will be destroyed by force, and everyone knows the IDF has the intelligence and the reach to do it. Meanwhile, the Houthis are not backing down either. Just days ago, a British cargo ship was attacked in the Red Sea by Houthi naval drones and armed boats, taking on water and catching fire under heavy gunfire and rocket-propelled grenades. This is the latest in over 100 Houthi attacks since November 2023, disrupting global shipping lanes in the name of solidarity with Gaza and forcing many companies to reroute around Africa. Even though the U.S. once struck a deal with the Houthis to ease attacks on vital shipping routes, the group has threatened to resume targeting American vessels if the U.S. supports Israeli strikes on Iran or its proxies. Amidst all this, the region remains on edge. Ceasefires come and go, but the underlying tensions are far from resolved. The IDF's message is clear: any threat from Gaza, Lebanon, or Yemen will be met with force, precision, and determination. Israel says it will not tolerate Iranian-backed militias using civilian infrastructure to launch terror operations and will strike wherever necessary to defend its citizens and its allies. As the situation develops, the stakes grow higher. Will negotiations succeed in freeing the hostages and stopping the fighting? Will Hezbollah give up its weapons peacefully or face devastating strikes? Will the Houthis back down or escalate attacks in the Red Sea? The next days and weeks will shape the future of this region and the balance of power between Israel, Iran, and their proxies. So stay alert, stay informed, and don't be fooled by half-truths and propaganda. If you want real updates without filters, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. What do you think will happen next? Will peace talks hold, or will the region slide deeper into conflict? Let's talk about it. Stay safe, stay strong, and I'll see you very soon with the next report.